Hello, everybody, and welcome to Stellos Stadium in Nashua, scene of tonight's Friday night football game between the host Nashua South Panthers and the visiting Bishop Guertin Cardinals. Tom, it's the closest thing we're getting to that old Thanksgiving rivalry where the Nashua team used to play.
It is close, but it's got some meaning tonight for Guertin. If they win this game, they win the West Conference title. If they lose it, they have to hope North loses tomorrow against Keene. Things can get a little dicey. So Guertin wants to take care of business tonight and win this conference championship. The question is, will Jordan Hisco be their quarterback? He's out there warming up tonight. I was surprised because when I saw him last Saturday after he hurt his ankle against Goffstown, did not look at all like he would be in the game.
Tom King masquerading as a photojournalist tonight on the eve of Halloween. And welcome everybody to Nashua ETV. We are live if you're watching this on Friday, October 30, 2015. Welcome everybody. There is excitement in the air as Bishop Guertin kicking off what they hope will be a playoff clincher. The Panthers would love to play the role of spoiler tonight. And they're off to a pretty good start here on the kick return just inside the 35-yard line. And out of bounds after a sure-handed return. That was Derek Downing on the return, a sophomore who alertly grabbed the bouncer and brought it into pretty decent field position to begin the game for South on offense. The BG Cardinals tied atop the Division I West Division with North with a record of 5-3. South 2-6, no playoff hopes, but they'd love to come up with a huge upset win here in their last regular season game on senior night. But right now, the quarterback scramble produces no results for Sean Holland, who was breaking to the trying to go around the right side and unable to turn the corner. Holland, just a sophomore quarterback in a high pressure situation against a playoff bound team, trying to come up with a successful opening drive here, but second down and 10. And there's not much there at all for the ball carrier. That was Colin Morrow, one of the seniors, the 10 seniors who were honored before tonight's game by Nashua High South. Across the way is where the Bishop Guertin fans are setting up, and they like what they're seeing right here as it's 3rd and a long 9 for the Panthers as Holland looks to the sideline for a possible audible here. He's got a lone running back in the backfield, Miles Johnson, standing to his right. It's a rollout. Holland looking for an open receiver. Drills one off the hands of both the defender and the intended receiver, Maxwell Osgood. It is incomplete. And a 3-and-out here for the Panthers to begin the football game. Only one undefeated team remains in New Hampshire Division I, and that is Goffstown, a team that we saw play here at Stellos earlier this year, and they're every bit as impressive as that 8-0 record would indicate. Atop the division, the North Division. Punt for South. They just do get it away. It's a low liner, turns into a nice roll for the Panthers. It's going to go all the way down to the 25 before it goes out of bounds. 1st and 10 for the Cardinals, and they have 75 yards of real estate between them and the goal line. 0-0, we're just underway. 12-minute quarters in New Hampshire high school football. We've played a minute and a half, and it will be BG's first chance on offense as the defense puts up a wall against the Panther offense led by their sophomore quarterback. We'll see how BG looks in their initial possession tonight. They'll start on the near hash mark and have receivers split wide left and right. The shotgun snap handed off up the middle. And it's a bigger gain than it looked to begin with, and the South defense a bit porous there after the initial contact, picking up 10 more yards past the initial contact near the line of scrimmage. Jackson Hausman is such a powerful runner, not only fast but strong, and a keeper for the quarterback, Jordan Hisco, the senior, able to make significant gain on first down. 8 yards on the first down carry. So 2 successive plays, 2 running plays, yield 19 yards of offense already. The Panthers on their heels here on defense, And BG seeing no reason not to keep running the football here on 2nd down and short. Opening minutes of the first quarter of play here at Stellos Stadium in Nashua. Friday night football. Hausman bursts through the line, a seam on the right side. He gains a big chunk again on his second carry of the game, way more than enough for a first down. And BG's right up to the line of scrimmage with no hesitation. Nate Gonzalez, the senior center, doing the shotgun snaps. And there's a long pass in stride, touchdown. Oh, a tremendous pass play there, 47 yards downfield. And that is number 7, Nick Lorden, who had a couple of steps on the defender, and he never had to break stride as Jordan Hisco laid it right in his lap en route to the end zone. Exactly 2 minutes into the game, 6 points up on the board for the Cardinals on a perfectly executed 47-yard bomb from Jordan Hisco to Nick Lorden. Couple of seniors teaming up there for 6 points. Lorden on the hold, and the kick by Chase Hughes is good. 7-0 is the score 2 minutes into this one. Unfortunately for the Panthers, a great job of mixing the run and the pass in their opening drive for Bishop Guertin, showing all the reasons why they are favored to win this game going in with a record of 5-3. North, of course, is neck and neck with the Cardinals, playing Keene tomorrow to try to finish their season also at 6-3. And then it'll go to tiebreakers to decide the division leader. And this is the regular season finale for both teams. The other teams in the West Conference in Division I, Keene at 3-5, no playoff hopes, and Alvern bringing up the rear at 1-7, finishing out their season against Concord tonight, up in Concord. Chase Hughes doing the kicking off from the 40-yard line, and he will boot it. Comes inside the 20, where it's fielded there by number 18, the sophomore Derek Downing. Downing takes it up close to the 35-yard line. Looks like identical field position to where South started the game. And it is again the sophomore quarterback Sean Holland that is out there to lead the team in their second possession, now down 7-0 on the scoreboard. Holland with a long look over to the sideline to head coach Scott Knight and the coaching staff. Holland's going to roll right, first down pass deep down the sideline. Man's got a step and it's off the fingertips. It was intended for Xavier Williams. Williams definitely had a step on the field. Temperature dropping fast out here tonight, and it's not all that conducive to making one-handed grabs, at least, and that's what Xavier tried to come up with there, a one-handed grab going hard down the right sideline. A lot of velocity on that pass, too, by Holland. A little more touch on the pass might have produced better results. 2nd down and 10, and it is Holland keeping it, going around the end, and he's got close to first down yardage. Chase Hughes cut him off at the pass just before he could gain the full 10 yards, but it is a big gainer. It's 9 yards, and it'll be 3rd down and 1. Hughes with that excellent pursuit, keeping Holland from almost going the distance perhaps down that right sideline. Holland with a long look in the shotgun. They need just the 1 yard. Two-step drop, fires, it's complete to Morrow. Morrow's in the flat. He ducks past one tackler, and he is into BG territory. Well executed pass play on the shallow slant in to Colin Morrow. Holland drilling it in there. Looking like Brady to Edelman on that one. And now it's 1st and 10 for the Panthers, trailing 7-0, trying to answer back the BG score. Miles Johnson breaks through the right side of the line. He's got a gain of about 4 yards on the first down carry. And now it is the Panthers who are mixing up the run and the pass to good effect here 8.5 minutes to go first quarter. BG leads 7-0. And some exciting offense being played by both teams at this point. Can the Panthers sustain it though? That's Morrow in motion toward the camera. A long snap count now. Everybody comes to a standstill as Holland looks to the sideline to perhaps change the play. Miles Johnson's the lone running back to his left. Fakes the handoff, throws a dart over the middle, and it is complete to Xavier Williams. Another well-executed pass play by the Panthers. Some good deception there. They had receivers split to the left. They faked the handoff to Johnson, and they hit Williams on the quick slant in the right slot, and that is a first down. 1st and 10 for the Panthers. Just under 8 minutes to go. Handoff up the middle, big hole. And a gain of about 5 yards. That was Johnson up the middle with the carry. And the Panthers right back up to the line of scrimmage. Let's say if they come up with a quick play call here. It's 2nd and a short 5 for the Panthers. Roll out to the left side this time. Holland's throwing on the run, the sideline, and it's incomplete. He had 2 receivers in the vicinity who were both well covered, including by number 32. The up man there was Keenan Dwyer, and he seemed to be closest to that pass when it drifted out of bounds. So a right-handed quarterback running left and throwing left. Difficult play for Holland. He threw it off to the sideline side of his intended receivers, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and 5. 3 receivers split to the left, 1 to the right. The lone setback, running back is a fake, and now it's Holland for the first down. So many options in that formation, and it ended up being a quarterback keeper by Holland, and he had more than enough speed to beat BG's pursuit to the corner and to the flag, and he gets another Panther first down. A lot of success in moving the chains on this drive for South. Fake handoff, and the pass is deflected at the line of scrimmage. The intended receiver, Osgood, was standing alone in the left flat, but the ball never got there. One of the BG defenders getting his hands up and making the stop. Some big boys up on that defensive line for Bishop Guertin, as you can see, and somebody got a paw on it. Holland, good close-up. Osgood's got it, and he is hit near the line of scrimmage, so they're not going to get much more on 2nd down. Among the tacklers, Joe Gowdy, the senior defensive end, making the stop, and negligible gain there. It's 3rd and just about the full 10 here. Ball in the near hash mark. Holland again looking to the sideline. This could be 2 down territory for the Panthers, but they'd love to get at least half of it back right now. Holland with a 2-step drop, looking deep down the middle, and nobody's there. The receiver appeared to turn the opposite direction of where Holland threw it. Morrow was running a post pattern, and it looked like Holland expected Morrow to turn to his right when he turned to his left. 4th down and 10. Let's see what the Panthers come up with here. BG, if they can come up with a stop, will get the ball back, just about the equivalent of a touchback. But Holland thinks different. Fires it, it's off the hands of the intended receiver, Osgood. There was a lot on that. He did not have first down yardage when the ball hit him in the hands. He would have had to make a run after the catch, but question of whether he would have made the first down after the catch is moot because he drops it, and it is Bishop Guertin's ball. So a promising drive on their 2nd possession for the Panthers ends right there. And Bishop Guertin will touch the ball for the 2nd time in this contest with 6.5 minutes to go first quarter, and the Cardinals leading 7-0. They kicked off to begin the game, came up with a 3-and-out stop, and then they scored on their next possession in about 4 plays. Hausman's going to run around the right side, and again, a huge chunk on first down for Bishop Guertin. They really have not had an unsuccessful offensive play yet tonight. Jackson Hausman seems to get faster every time we see him at 6'1" and 205. Faster and stronger. fakes the handoff. The throw is off the fingertips of the intended receiver, Nick Lorden, who caught the touchdown pass minutes ago. Lorden seemed to have that ball stick to his hand for a good 2 seconds before it fell away to the turf. Incomplete. 2nd and 10, ball at the 29-yard line of Bishop Guertin. Hisco fires it to the Michael Allen back, the junior, and he has got a first down, I believe. He needed to get to about the 39-yard line, and that's pretty close to where they spot it. And that might be inches short. Might be a first measurement of the game tonight. It is that close. That was a 2nd and 10 pass play that gained about 10 yards. But the spot may be a few inches short of the first down marker. Here it could be 3rd and inches. We've had some games in this 2015 football season where flags have flown on nearly every play. Tonight is not one of them so far. A cleanly played game to this point. Key play coming up here. BG can get this first down. They probably, if the ball stays in that area, they'll probably take 2 whacks at it. Of course, this is prime quarterback sneak distance. We'll see if Jordan Hisco has that in his playbook. If so, he'd be following the senior Nate Gonzalez, 5'9", 200-pound center, will be snapping this football to Hisco, who remains in the shotgun despite needing just 3rd down and inches. He's going to hand it off to Hausman. Always a good decision. He's got the first down. He's still on his feet. Hausman bounces it outside, refusing to go down until he gets a gain of about 8 yards on the play. Jackson Hausman needed about 8 inches and got 8 yards. So ball spotted at the 48-yard line, call it, or the 47. Picking that shotgun up off the ground. Hisco swings it outside. A blocker for Lorden. He's tripped up at the 40. Tackle made by Xavier Williams in the secondary. Another first down for the Cardinals, who have been ripping off big chunks of yardage. Really, their only unsuccessful play was an incomplete pass. Right back into the shotgun and keeping up the pace. Hausman with the handoff over the right side. Again, the secondary forced to come up and make the tackle. He was wrapped up by Colin Morrow, and the finishing hit made by Owen Amigo, but that was a 9-yard gain by Hausman. And BG's offense continues to gain a city block on nearly every play. This is a wide open receiver, and it's a touchdown for Lorden. He actually had to reach back forward and take it off of his right knee or his right hip, but Hisco laid it right out there again. Lorden getting a step on his defender and turns it into touchdown number 2. Another passing touchdown from Hisco to Lorden. The first one was for 47 yards. And this one for 40 yards, or about 39 yards from Hisco. I'll make that, it was a 29-yard touchdown pass. So Lorden on the hold, and Hughes' kick is good. No good? No good, off to the side. So it's going to be 13-0 from this angle. It looked like it snuck inside the right upright, but no. So a miscue there by Bishop Guertin. We'll see if that has any role to play in the final result. But right now, 13-0, Bishop Guertin leads it. 2 possessions and 2 passing touchdowns for the senior quarterback, Jordan Hisco, and the senior receiver, Nick Lorden, who's got great size and hands at 6'3" and 200 pounds, number 7 for BG, having a big night, or a big first quarter at least. 5:18 remaining, and a 13-0 BG lead. BG with only Well, they have 3 losses on the season. Last week was the big showdown against Goffstown in Goffstown, and BG had a tremendous showing but came up 6 points short to the only undefeated team in New Hampshire Division I. They lost to Goffstown in the Grizzlies' hometown 35-29, an epic battle last Saturday. Would love a rematch, I'm sure, in the playoffs. Hughes' kick is a low wobbler that bounces into the waiting hands of South's return man, who smartly brings it up close to the 40-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Panthers. Derek Downing has returned 3 kicks tonight and keeps giving the Panthers pretty decent field position. So South took the ball all the way down to about the 20-yard line of BG before their drive stalled out the last time. Let's see if this one can be more successful. Sophomore quarterback Sean Holland gaining more experience by the play. 3rd possession for the Panthers. This is a handoff. Up the middle goes senior Mitchell Coy. Coy driven back, but forward progress will get him a big chunk here on 1st down. A gain of 9, call it. 2nd down and 1 coming up here. And again, Coy with the handoff. Coy's got the 1st down as he's pulled down from behind, but more than enough for a 1st down. Mitchell Coy doing a good job on successive carries. 6 feet and 180 pounds, listed as both a backup quarterback and a defensive back. Coy right now a running back, number 14, the lone running back in the backfield with Holland, who has 2 receivers split to the right. He's looking to the left to throw. Down the sideline and overthrowing the intended receiver, Jason Fox, who was down the left sideline looking for that pass over the right shoulder, but there was good coverage. Sarveen Shafi and Rod, a 2-way player who is a key receiver and also cover man for the Cardinals, was step for step with Keenan. Number 20 for South is Jason Fox. Mitchell Coy driven out of bounds. So Coy gained 6. It'll be 3rd down and 4 for the Panthers, who really want to keep this drive alive if they can, not give it back to a BGD offense that's scored on both of their possessions tonight so far in the 1st quarter. 13-0 BG leads it. Holland looking to the sideline for the next play. 1-step drop, fires, it's complete. Morrow actually took a step back short of the 1st down when he was hit, and that might have cost him. Yes, it will on the spot. You can see, had Holland caught that and just fallen backwards, he probably would have gotten credit for enough 1st down yardage. But as it is, it's 4th down and just under a yard needed for the 1st down. It looks like BG might have called a timeout here to plan their defensive strategy, because if they come up with a stop, they'll get the ball back for the 3rd time tonight. So BG coming up just short last Saturday in their game at Goffstown, losing 35-29. Before that, they had a 4-game winning streak going. They'd beaten North 54-14, Memorial 50-14. They had shut out Alvern 43-0 and also beaten Keene 54-8. This is a high-powered offense for BG. The only time they scored fewer than 20 points this season was back in week 2 against Concord. At Concord, they lost 17-14. Credit the Concord defense for doing to BG what no other team was able to accomplish this season, which was to hold them to only 2 scores. South, meanwhile, with their 2 victories on the season. In the opening week, they beat Memorial 36-18. They've also got a victory over Alvern 53-22. There's a keeper down the right sideline, 1 man to beat, out of bounds. Great play on 4th down and less than a yard. Sean Holland on the keeper, scampers from the 40-yard line all the way to the 12, a 28-yard gain for Holland. Right hash mark, 1st and 10, the deepest penetration into BG territory yet tonight. The sophomore quarterback, Sean Holland, with a brilliant keeper. He'll hand this one off to Coy. Coy finds a seam. He's inside the 5, diving. Is he in? Touchdown! Mitchell Coy, a 12-yard run over the right side. And a shocker here, BG's lead is cut in half. Or may be about to be cut in half, depending on the extra point, but it's 13-6. 2 great running plays in succession. One, a 28-yard keeper by Sean Holland, the quarterback, and then a 12-yard run off right tackle or just inside right tackle by Mitchell Coy as the offensive line opened up a nice hole, and he took advantage. 3:40 to go, first quarter. And doing the extra point kicking is Caio Campos, the sophomore. As they tee the ball up at the 10, and Caio kicks it through. So it's 13-7, a 6-point game. On the third possession, the third possession was the charm for the Panthers. They had great progress made on the second drive after the initial 3 and out. And then that one on 4th down and short. No quarterback sneak. Holland was quarterback sprinting down the right sideline before he was caught at the 12. And then the next play, no hesitation, the handoff to Coy, and he is into the end zone with a nice finishing dive. John Collins with Tom King and our A-team on the job here, including Frank Wallen and Tim O'Neill and Jim McLean. Executive producer Pete Johnson running this broadcast here on Nashua ETV. Channel 99. You can watch any of our games anywhere, anytime online at nashua.ezstream.com. Welcome if you're watching this game on Friday, October 30. Happy Halloween, everybody. It's live on October 30. Also welcome people watching back on videotape. A low line drive kick fielded nicely. Keenan Dwyer has it, looking for an opening, still on his feet. Dwyer now surrounded at the 40-yard line, just inside it. It'll be 1st and 10. Quality field position here for the Cardinals on their third possession of the game. They've scored in their first 2 possessions, and they'd like to keep the Panthers at arm's length if they can. Now, South is trying to do something that they have not done yet tonight, and that is stop this BG offense that has seemed to gain a city block on every play. 3:30 to go in the first quarter. And that potent duo in the backfield once again. Jordan Hisco, the senior quarterback, number 5, and Jackson Hausman, the halfback. There's a quick pass. Dylan Fagan, who is a player we've seen catch several touchdown passes this season, gets his first reception of the night, and it's highly productive as he gains past midfield. A first down play gained by the Cardinals, and off the fingertips, just a pure drop by Sarveen Shafian-Rod as he was wide open in the left slot and tried to look upfield before he had possession of it. He had some room to run and got a little bit too excited, got ahead of himself, and just did not secure the football. So it's 2nd down and 10. Rolling to his right, looking to pass, under pressure, underhands it, and it's complete. And nearly a first down reception results out of that. Improvisation by Jordan Hisco to Matt Theriault. Matt Theriault, the senior tight end, was able to pick that ball off the ground. The question is, did the quarterback's knee hit the turf before he got that pass away? And apparently, Hisco's knee was not down on the turf. He was able just to scoop that ball underhand to Theriault. And it's now 3rd and short at the 40, needing to get to about the 39. Hisco in the shotgun. 2-step drop's going to fire it deep down the field, wide open and incomplete. Nick Lorden appeared to go for the one-handed running grab at about knee high, a difficult catch to say the least. Perhaps if he went at it with two hands on a dive, he might have secured it, but leading the receiver just a little bit too much was Hisco, who has connected twice for touchdown passes of about 30 and 47 yards with Lorden so far in the first quarter. That was nearly their third connection for a touchdown. Instead, it's 4th and short, and the shovel pass up the middle. Hausman, untouched, turns it into a 40-yard dash for a touchdown. Jackson Hausman, 40 yards for the touchdown, so 2 in the air, 1 on the ground, and Bishop Guertin's domination on offense continues. It is a 19-7 lead with the extra point still to come. So similar to the 4th and inches play that the Panthers had, where they turned it into an explosive run in the case of the Panthers offense for 28 yards, Hausman 40 yards for the touchdown. Panthers and their fans had hopes for a 4th down stop, but nothing doing. Jackson Hausman, their go-to runner. Now they're going to go with a 2-point conversion, try to get that missed extra point back. Hisco rolls right, fires, incomplete, and it will remain a 12-point difference, 19-7, with 2:21 to go, first quarter. Pass intended for Theriot. Theriot was he had his position. He was open in the right flat, and Hisco may have just thrown it too hard. Incomplete. So another kickoff for BG. They have kicked off to begin the game, and now following 3 touchdowns. So it's their 4th kickoff in just the first quarter, with still 2:21 to go. It is senior night here at Stellos Stadium. 10 seniors were recognized before the game. Ryan Anziani, Mitchell Coy, Jason Fox, Ryan Pencala, Jeremy Pena, Colin Morrow, Nick Perkins, Jacob Plord, and Xavier Williams, all honored by the school and their parents and their fans here at Stellos Stadium. Congratulations to them on their high school careers, which will come to a conclusion on Turkey Day, still to come. South-North game on Thanksgiving. That will also be here on Nashua ETV. So the Panthers have started out just about the same spot on the field each time they've touched the ball, somewhere around the 35 or 40-yard lines, and that's the case again here. So familiar territory. After 3 tries, they did go the length of the field, and they did score a touchdown, and they'd love to cut it to a 1-score game again. 7 points here would make it a 5-point game, but they've still got 65 yards of real estate to gain before that. Don't worry about that. Handoff Morrow, round right tackle, and gains about 4 yards on the first down carry. Colin Morrow spotted at the 40-yard line. 2nd down and 6 from the 40. They need to get to the 47. Holland looking to the sideline for the play call. He's got receiver to the left and 2 to the right. He's going to hand this ball off. Diving through the line is Miles Johnson. He got tripped up by Chase Hughes in the middle of the line, and it is going to be a 3rd down and about 3. Key play here for the Panthers. 1:25 to go, first quarter, trailing 19-7. If they don't make it here, this is a spot on the field where you probably do have to punt it. So question is, will the drive stay alive, or will BG come up with a stop? Holland, nobody to the left, is going to run it. Holland's got the first down. Great decision making by the sophomore quarterback, Sean Holland. It was a design pass play to the left, nobody open, and they used that foot speed to gain the first down marker easily before stepping out of bounds. Gain of about 7 on the play. 1 minute even to go, first quarter. Holland back up to the line of scrimmage with a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the left. Handoff is up the middle, and Johnson, about a 3-yard or 3-yard gain on first down, call it. 2nd down and 7 coming up. Into BG territory again. Panthers definitely showing an ability to make progress on this BG defense. Holland wanted the football. He gets it. Morrow open in the flat, trying to make some yards after the catch. Spin move, gets to the 45-yard line. Good job by Nick Lorden, a two-way player who's got 2 touchdown receptions tonight. Now a key tackle as he kept Morrow from getting a head of steam there to the first down marker. Another key play for the Panthers if they're going to keep this drive alive, as it's 3rd down and 3 from the 45. They need to get to about the 41 of Guertin. Holland in the shotgun is going to hand it off to Johnson, trying to bull his way toward first down yardage, and depending on the spot, he may be inches short. We're going to put it down. It looked like he needed to get to the 42, and they're about the 43. And the punting, actually, it's the end of the first quarter, so they'll decide what to do between the first and second quarters. That is the score at 19-7. And a bit of a miraculous development here. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that was a penalty-free first quarter. Not one flag. Was there one? Not one flag. It's amazing. In 2015, we have seen a lot of yellow laundry this year, but this was the most cleanly played quarter of the season by far. No penalties. So I guess I've just jinxed us for the rest of the game, but good job by both teams. 19-7 is the score. Bishop Guertin is on top as we go to quarter number 2. Looking elsewhere in New Hampshire Division I, North is playing Keene tomorrow. The Titans trying to finish out the season neck and neck with BG. BG, of course, favored in this game, and to end the season at 6-3. If North beats Keene tomorrow, they will also be 6-3, and that would make Keene, who are in 3rd place in the West Conference, 3-8, but they still have to play that game tomorrow. South at 2-6 entering this contest, and then Alvern at 1-7. Holland hands it off. Johnson lowers his head, but there's not much of an opening there. He's driven back, and it was 4th down and 1. And let's see the forward progress, though. Looks like they're going to give it to him. The forward progress is going to give the Panthers a first down, it appears. They are slow to move the chains, but clearly it is a first down. 1st and 10 for the Panthers at the 42-yard line. Holland in the shotgun. He wants the ball. He hands it off to Morrow, coming left to right. Morrow turns the corner, lowers his shoulder, and he's out of bounds inside the 35-yard line. Healthy gain on first down by the Panthers, who continue to show an ability to move the football. Not quite as explosive as the BG offense at all, but definitely progress being made by this offense being led by the sophomore, Sean Holland, who's made good decisions tonight. No turnovers, no flags. Holland is back in the shotgun. 2nd down and 2. 2-step drop, looking left, throwing left, and double covered was Osgood. Good thing he didn't make a pass into the midsection of Osgood. I don't think it would have got there. It probably would have been picked. So a good incompletion there by Holland. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 2. Holland has made a few first downs in key short yardage situations with his feet on design pass plays. Let's see if he might break it down here and do the same. He's going to hand it off. No, he's going to keep it. Yes, Holland still has it. He's got the first down as he picks his way inside the 30. Quarterback option run to perfection by Sean Holland once again, as the handoff fooled a lot of people, including yours truly. Took a lot of defenders with Johnson, and Holland still had the football. 1st down and 10. Ball at the 28-yard line. 19-7. Panthers trying to make it a 1-score game again. Holland hands it off to Johnson up the middle. The loose ball's on the turf and pouncing on it. If that's a fumble, it belongs to BG.
It does, and Hausman recovered it, John.
Hausman was right there. Oh, that one hurts. Panthers definitely had a promising drive going, and the ball squirts loose into the waiting arms of Hausman. 1st and 10 for the Cardinals. Just into the second quarter of play here at Stellos Stadium, where the temperature dropping rapidly on October 30th.
That's okay. I'm indoors now.
Yeah, you're all right. I thought you were shivering a little bit.
Let it drop. Let it drop.
Yeah, now you're all brave. You're inside.
Of course. That's what I said. I'm indoors now. I'm not shivering at all. I've got 4 layers on here, plus thermals.
Yeah. Question is, Tom, 4th possession for BG. Can the Panthers defense come up with a much-needed stop?
Defense has been their weakness all year long, John. That's the problem.
Handoff. Keeper, actually. It's Hisco wrapped up and down in the backfield. They heard you.
Yeah,
Biggest
exactly.
play of the night so
no
far
doubt
for the
about
Panther
it. They
defense.
heard me.
And tackle made. It might have been Miles Johnson, the guy that just fumbled the ball, who was determined to make a big play. So Hisco is sacked, basically, for a 2-yard loss, and it's 2nd down and 12 from the 21. As Guertin will reset. Hisco in the shotgun, getting those snaps from Nate Gonzalez, the senior center. Good ones, too. 2-step drop, looking down the middle, fires open. Fagan's got it. Fagan in stride, breaks it to the left. He's got one man to beat, gets a block from Lorden. It's a foot race. Fagan to the 10, the 5, and it's a
touchdown. Should be in. Yep.
Touchdown for Bishop Guertin.
Well, that answers your question, doesn't it, John?
Yeah, it does. Unfortunately
yeah, for South.
Yeah, a 79-yard touchdown pass.
Well, let me tell you something. What is amazing about that play, neither player was able to walk off the field at Goffstown last week. Fagan, ambulance to the hospital with a neck injury. Hisco with an ankle injury. His feet up, propped up with a huge ice bag on it. Didn't look like he'd be able to play this week. Both of them out there playing tonight. It is amazing to me in the shape that I saw them at the end of the game last week.
The keeper and the 2-point conversion
by Sam Raitt. It's good. It should be good. He dove right in.
Yeah, I didn't see one official put his arms up, but it is good. Sam Raitt on the carry, and it's a 2-point conversion to make it a 27-7.
To me, it is amazing that both those players are out there. Just absolutely amazing to me.
Hisco piling up the yardage and the quarterback rating. I mean, he's got a 30-yard touchdown pass, a 47-yarder, and now a 79-yarder to Fagan. That was very nicely done. Fagan got open right up the middle. Looked like he was running a straight post pattern. Caught it in his hands above his head in stride, broke it to the left, got a block from Lorden, and beat the defenders to the flag at the left side of the end zone. Beautiful play, especially for a player who left the last game in an ambulance, as Tom just pointed out. So 27-7, Bishop Guertin.
I'm astounded. I'll have to talk to Jeff Moore at the end of the game, but I am astounded that those two players are able to play tonight.
Safe to say, Tom, you wouldn't have been back in 1 week.
I would have been out for about a year, John. I think that's what I would have got milked that for all I could.
It's good to be young.
Yeah, I would have milked it for all I could, yes.
Kickoff comes down into the hands of number 40, Alexander Amigo. Owen's brother, and the rugby scrum ends up just inside the 45-yard line.
In fact, I would have arranged it somehow technology-wise that I could have done the analytical stuff.
You couldn't even have played Madden football.
No, I couldn't. I'd get hurt in that too.
Happy Halloween, everybody. If you're watching on Friday, October 30, welcome to Nashua TV's broadcast. It's Bishop Guertin against South. BG prohibitive favorite coming into this game with a record of 5-3, and South coming in at 2-6. 9-game season, not counting the Turkey Bowl, which you and I will do on Thanksgiving, and so it's not the last game of the season for South, despite not making the playoffs. A handoff from Holland. And Miles Johnson lowers his shoulder just inside the 50. A healthy gain on first down. It'll be 2nd down and about 6. 4 yards. Mitchell Coy, actually, number 14. Getting a lot of carries in this game is Coy. 9:50 to go first half. Holland has the play call. 3 receivers to the near side, short side right. Holland's going to keep it to the left. Ducks his shoulder. It's a short gain. Yeah, a lot of BG defenders were in his path.
They're going to have to start to pay a lot more attention to Holland because he has really done a job on them this year.
Chase Hughes, Joe Gowdy in on the stop for Bishop Guertin. Hughes is all over the field. on defense. And a key 3rd down and 5 here for Holland at midfield. Trying to keep this drive alive for the Panthers. Loose ball on the turf. Holland's trying to get it back, but it's underneath the tangle of legs. And BG's indicating that they came up with it. It looked like it was out of the reach of the quarterback, Holland, when it went to the turf. And indeed, it was another fumble and another recovery by Guertin. This was Ben Beals, the senior defensive end, ended up on top of that football. So Guertin, who already leads this one by 20, has a chance to add to that total with 9:03 remaining first half. Another turnover, and Mitchell Coy slow to get up for the Panthers. It's going to be attended down on the field by the trainer.
Well, Coy is the nephew of former national athlete Greg Coy. He's actually done some games with us here on ETV for the youth basketball that we've done. Coy is his nephew. He transferred in from Manchester Memorial.
And right now he's hurting down on the field, being attended to. Congratulations, by the way, in girls soccer to Bishop Guertin girls soccer, who have advanced to the quarterfinal round of the Division I tournament. They are scheduled to play next at Riviere against Bedford in that quarterfinal game. A 6 o'clock start. If you happen to be seeing and hearing this on October 30, chance to go to that game on Sunday at 6 p.m. A lot of people will be getting things done this Sunday because the Patriots are not playing. They played Thursday night. Tom King spent a typical all-day marathon at Foxborough and in close proximity to the greatest quarterback that's ever played the sport.
Yeah, about 2 feet away from him last night.
Yeah.
In the interview room. But
it's a special time.
I wouldn't argue that
in
statement.
Football. No.
I wouldn't argue that at all.
And a lot of these kids, they watch TV, they get to copy the great one. And we've seen some nice dart passes over the middle. Let's see if we see one here from Hisco. Fires it complete right out of the Brady textbook to the tight end. It looked like Sarveen, Shafi, and Rod.
Was. Yep.
With the
short gain
on the play.
About 4.
High percentage pass. Call it a gain of 4. It's 2nd down and 6. Right back into the shotgun goes Hisco. Hopefully Mitchell Coy will be okay. Handoff coming right to left is Sam Raitt. Raitt still on his feet. Ran about 40 yards to gain a couple.
Yeah, Raitt ran more laterally. I think he's a good runner when he cuts. He's got a good cutting move, and I think that's what he needed to do on that play. Now it brings up a 3rd and 3 for Guertin, and of course they move very quickly, so that adds to the trouble for South's defense.
8:09 to go, first half. 4th possession of the game for Guertin. They have scored on every possession so far tonight. They're trying to keep that streak alive here on 3rd and short. Under pressure, throwing it over the head of the intended receiver, Raitt.
Hisco heard the footsteps.
And a blitz paid off that time for the Panthers, including by number 10, Joe Bernard, who got into the backfield.
They've gotten caught with that a couple of times. The blitz, that is.
Oh, actually it was number 40, Alex Amigo,
it's a
not
big
number
4th
10.
down. If I were them, I'd go for it too with the offense they have.
Yep.
They're not over center, so they're not going to try a count. They might try a quick kick with Hisco. And that's what they're going to do.
And they're going to pooch it.
Yep.
It's a punt.
And it hits.
Yeah, it hits
I believe it hit 85.
Terrio, so that's where they're going to mark it, right where it hit him. 1st and 10 for the Panthers. And success on defense. They come up with their first defensive stop of the night here in the 2nd quarter. Trailing 27-7, a chance to drive down the field and make a game of this, or to stay within striking distance. Sean Holland has shown an ability to move the football, the sophomore quarterback. at the reins of this offense. Two receivers split to the left, who's going to hand it off up the middle. And it's a carry by Miles Johnson for a short gain on first down. Maybe 2, 2nd down and 8. Holland looking to the sideline where the play call cards are hoisted aloft between plays, and he has it. Pair of receivers split left and right with Johnson in the backfield. Two-step drop looking left. Holland flushed out of the pocket. He's going to dump it off to Morrow near side. Good decision making again by Holland, the sophomore quarterback, again making the right decision, finding the check down receiver for the first down.
I've only seen a couple of South games, but to me, this is the best that Holland has looked.
10 yards under pressure, finds the open receiver, right sideline. Morrow for the first down. 1st and 10. Ball to 33. Handoff, no. Fakes and keeps it.
Some room.
Holland with about an 8-yard gain on first down. He used all of his weapons effectively there. Faked the handoff, faked the dump-off pass, and kept it up the right slot for 9 yards. For 2nd down and short. Inches, in fact, the way they spot it. They want to measure it, looks like.
He was close.
Yep, far side of the field. So the Panthers will huddle up and give the officials plenty of room to do the measurement. Happy birthday to Marcus Mariota today, 22 years old. Only 22 years old, I should say. There's a lot of college quarterbacks that are older than that. Dick Vermeil's birthday, he's 79. Guess who is 70 years old today, Tom? The Fonz.
Oh, no.
Henry Winkler is 70.
Oh, Mr. C, tell me it's
Happy
not.
days are over.
Mr. C, Mr. C, tell me it's not so.
Crappy days are here for Henry Winkler. He's 70 years old.
I'll call you from now on.
I don't know, he's probably in still good shape. Last time I saw him, he was. Didn't even have gray hair. Diego Maradona is only 55. I thought he was 70. He played like he was 70 at the end of his career. The Argentine soccer star.
Yeah. So I staked
Hand
out.
of God goal?
So I had to stake out at the Merrimack, some hotel in Merrimack.
Right. Give a great Diego Maradona story,
exactly,
right?
huh?
55 years old today. Shotgun. Holland hands it off, and it is a first down. They just needed a few inches, and they got it. Miles Johnson, and they move the chains. 1st and 10, 6.5 minutes to go, first half. Panthers trail 27-7, but they are on the move here. Have to avoid shooting themselves in the foot. They fumbled in their last 2 possessions. Holland rolling to his left, has a block, throws it, complete. Ball pops loose. That was what you call getting popped. Dylan Fagan laying the leather, so to speak.
It's amazing that Fagan's doing what he does. No fear. He went up near the goal line last Saturday against Goffstown, got popped, came down on his neck. And here he is making head first tackles.
Wow.
That to me is absolutely amazing.
That might have been shoulder first, but yes. Dylan Fagan not shying away from contact.
Not shying away from a darn thing, John Collins.
6:06 to go first half. 2nd down and 10 now. Holland near hash mark. 3 receivers split to the wide side left. It's going to toss it back to Morrow. He eludes a tackler. Morrow, nice move. Ducks another tackler and very close to first down yardage. Colin Morrow nearly making a first down out of nothing there in the backfield. He was nearly sacked for a loss. And they're going to spot his knee down.
Third and a short 3 from the 48.
3rd and 3. Clock continues to roll. 5:38 to go and counting. Holland backs away from center into the shotgun. He's got Miles Johnson, the lone running back. He fakes it to Johnson, keeps it, and he gets sacked. Jackson Hausman asserts himself in the backfield. Hausman's got tremendous speed, and He used it as closing speed that time, and Holland, who gets up a little gingerly. It's going to be 4th down and long here at the 49-yard line, and looks like South wants to punt it and try to pin BG deep. But Hausman's going back to get it. Be a good thing not to give him the ball. Jackson Hausman with a sack of the sophomore quarterback. 2 big hits in that defensive stop thrown at the Panthers by the BG defense. This is definitely a playoff-bound team. They're playing like it. The Cardinals closing out the regular season here at Stellos Stadium as the visiting team. Good fans showing across the way. End over end kick's going to come down to Hausman. He sidesteps a tackler. Tries to get past Miles Johnson. Stiff arms him as he's still on his feet. He dives to about the 28. Ever dangerous Jackson Hausman. Good job of the Panthers of eventually bringing him down. 1st and 10 for the Cardinals. Plenty of time left for their explosive offense to try to do some more damage on the scoreboard before this first half comes to a close with 4:29 remaining. BG's offense has been carving up the Panthers like a Halloween pumpkin tonight. Unfortunately for the Panthers, they did have one great stop the last time, though, and they're going to try to duplicate that and maybe return the favor of a turnover here if they can do it. Taking the ball away from the Cardinals would be doing something special. Meanwhile, Hisco's thrown for a couple hundred yards and 3 touchdowns in this game. And a little bit of confusion on the BG offensive side of the field as they are forced to burn a timeout that they maybe could use later.
Well, that comes with a lot of their hurry up, John. You know, when you're rushing around like that, tough to really. You got to. I mean, it takes a lot of practice. It really does.
Great shot of the scoreboard here at Stellos Stadium. Got all this new broadcast equipment and a guy that knew a lot about broadcast equipment. Fred Friendly, born 100 years ago today, the CBS producer of See It Now. Produced the Edward R. Murrow's See It Now broadcast.
And with us, you can see it now or see it later.
Yeah. Hey, you know who played Fred Friendly in the Good Night and Good Luck movie in 2005?
No.
It was George Clooney. George Clooney, who played a football player 3 years later in Leatherheads.
Leatherheads, yeah. I watched that movie. I saw that movie.
You saw it?
Yeah,
Did you like it?
Did. Yeah, it was good.
Dodge Connolly he played.
They rode a lot of trains. They rode a lot of trains in that movie.
It looked good. I just never saw it. Hausman dances around a few tacklers, spins, still on his feet. Hausman, really just a load to bring down. Panthers do a good job. You know, on the tackle were numbers 55 and 40. Yusuf Kamel and also Alex Amigo wrestle Hausman down. 2nd and 4. And flag flies. And I believe that is our first flag tonight.
Maybe, you're right.
Is that amazing? I didn't even know if the officials had them in their pockets. Thought maybe they got outlawed after your diatribe
the other game. Don't know if this is
game.
A veteran crew or not.
We have our first penalty of the game with 3:55 to go in the first half. Amazing. So cleanly played game to this point. It goes against BG, and it's 2nd down and 9. Boon to the defensive effort of the Panthers. Hisco in the shotgun. Gives the ball to Hausman. Hausman trying to turn the corner. He does, but he's spun around. Hausman refusing to go down. 1st down, Bishop Guertin.
Jackson Hausman, probably the best football athlete in the area, is proving why that's the case right now. So, done a good job.
Looks like a man among boys sometimes when he runs those balls up the middle. He's 2 or 3 players draped on him and just keeps going. There he is, number 24. Hisco keeps it, fires it over the middle. It is complete. Terrio got loose in the right seam and being covered by Sean Holland, but well-executed pass play and into Panther territory. 3.5 minutes to go. Picking that shotgun up off the floor and running with it. Hisco still on his feet. Got a big chunk on that, about 16
amazing.
or 17 yards.
It is amazing to me to see him run like this. You know, this is it's a kid who could not walk off that field last Saturday. Unbelievable.
Hisco's going to hand it to Hausman. He's turning the right corner. He's got an opening. Stiff arms the tackler. A flag flies. Hausman's into the end zone. There is a flag behind the play. And this may nullify the run. It appeared to be somewhere amid the blocking scheme. That would have been a 24-yard run for a touchdown for Hausman. It will be nullified on a holding call against the Cardinals.
Uh-oh, they're getting into that habit now.
Jackson's telling his teammates, you know, I really didn't need the help. I had it. Let me go. Second penalty in about a minute after none to this point in the game. And that changes things a lot. Instead of a touchdown, it's first down and 11 from the 25. Hisco interrupts his play call to look to the sidelines, maybe get an audible. Pair of receivers split left and right. Lone quarterback throws down the left seam and is complete. Hausman touchdown. Instead of a running play for 24 yards, it's a passing play for 25 to the same guy, Jackson Hausman, who would not be denied as he caught that ball in full stride. Another perfectly thrown pass by Hisco, this time to Hausman, who is spreading the wealth. 2 touchdown passes to Lorden, 1 to Fagan, now 1 to Hausman. 4 TDs here in the first half for Hisco. And he's got to have over 200 yards passing. Just in those, almost in the touchdowns alone. One was a 79-yard strike to Fagan. So Chase Hughes will kick the point after touchdown to try to add to a 33-7 lead for the moment. A flag flies, delay a game on Guertin. It'll be a longer kick for the PAT coming up here. That's a wrinkle they'll need to iron out as they enter the playoff season. Does one team or the other have a playoff tiebreaker, Tom, between North and BG at this point?
BG wins the conference if they win this. They beat North already, so.
Right, that's it.
So that'll be it.
Yeah.
They're both tied with their record.
But North needs to win to maybe be a wild card?
Yes.
Hughes, kick from 25 yards out is good. 34-7, it becomes the score with 2:59 to go in the first half. Game actually a little bit closer than that score indicates, but still domination by BG's offense for the most part. The game story to this point. A couple of fumbles by Panthers certainly did not help their cause. Here on Senior Night, October 30, 2015. Welcome everybody to Nashua ETV's broadcast. I'm John Collins along with Tom King. Elsewhere in Division I, we mentioned Goffstown undefeated after that big showdown last week with Guertin. Tom Guertin with a nice showing, 35-29. They made a very close game out of it up in Grizzlies Town. But Goffstown maintained that 8-0 undefeated stance. Elsewhere in the South, Salem and Pinkerton and Timberlane locked up at 6-2 apiece going into the last week of the season. Alex Amigo trying to find an opening, going laterally across the field, is tackled just beyond the 35-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Panthers, who would like to stick at least their second score of the game in here before the half ends. Get a good look at Owen Amigo coming off the field. And there's your score. With just under 3 minutes to go, first half, 34-7, Guertin leads it. Sean Holland in the shotgun. One-step drop, looking to his right, doesn't see anybody open. Now he's going to tuck it under his arm And he's going to be tackled about a yard short of the line of scrimmage. So it's a loss of 1 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down and 11 for the Panthers at the 36. Holland not making any mistakes there. He didn't find any openings to run through. He didn't find any open receivers, so takes the 1 yard loss. 2nd down and 11. Fakes the handoff, looking left, throws it downfield and making the catch, or no, it's incomplete. Osgood had a great shot at it. You can see the frustration. Max Osgood, who's a tremendous basketball player, actually beat Nick Lorden to the ball in the air, but could not secure it on the way down to the turf. Pretty tight double coverage that ball was thrown into, as Holland just trusted Osgood to go up and get it, and he nearly did. 3rd down and 11 from the 36 with 2:09 to go. Clock stopped after that incompletion. One-step drop. Holland's going to throw it deep down the right sideline, and it's out of bounds. A little bit of bumping going on there, but really an uncatchable ball in the end.
That was just it. It was uncatchable, and I think along the sidelines, they're going to let players jostle a little bit.
Yeah, Jason Fox was the intended receiver. Fox, one of the 10 seniors playing in their last regular season game tonight. It'll be 4th and 11. And a punting formation for the Panthers. The punter is John Ciampa, 6'1" sophomore, gets a clean snap and boots it. A line drive, low line drive that Jackson Hausman grabs just inside the 35. Bounces off one tackler and gets ridden to the ground by Xavier Williams on the tackle. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Cardinals. A potent offense, 2 minutes, plenty of time to do more damage. 1:56 to be exact, remaining in the first half. 34-7, the Cardinals leading this final regular season game. Quick hitter to the right side is complete. Number 8 for BG with the reception is Sarveen Shafian-Rod, and it is a 1st down for Guertin. Another well-designed quick hitter pass play.
They can score very quickly here. They've got 1:50 to go.
Yeah, that just took 6 seconds off the clock.
Yeah, exactly.
Ball at midfield. The clock is stopped as Rod went out of bounds after the catch. Ball in the far hash mark. 3-step drop, firing to the right, complete. Terrio turns out of bounds after about a 4 or 5 yard gain. Pushing him out was John Ciampa. 1:45 to go. That took 5 seconds to gain 4 yards. 2nd down and 6. High percentage passes here from Hisco to his receivers. He's got Lorden and Fagan split here near side left. Both of them have touchdown passes. Lorden's got 2. He's looking to the left. He fires it to Lorden. He's completed. He dances inside. He actually gets tackled inbounds. A mistake there by Lorden. But they still do have plenty of time. At 1:30 to go as the clock continues to roll. That was a 1st down.
Well, 1st down, and it doesn't get out of bounds. So.
Right. Clock rolling with 1.5 minutes to go. Rolling to his right. Hisco looking to pass. Throws it deep, wide open, complete. Sarveen Shafian-Rod, touchdown. It is a 34-yard touchdown pass.
They can score from anywhere on the field, as they've proven, and
that took all of 35 seconds, Tom, that touchdown drive.
Yep.
With 1:21 to go, they had got the ball back with 1:56 to go. 35 seconds. And another 6 points on the board. It is a 40-7 Bishop Guertin lead with 1:21 left in the first half. End over end kick makes its way through the uprights. 41-7 is the score.
1 point away from that magical running time. 41-7. The missed extra points are why.
Yes, when Tom goes to ring the doorbells tomorrow night, he will be hoping that they toss running time into the trick-or-treat bag.
No doubt about that.
His favorite. That should be a candy bar, running time. Our new videographer on the crew today welcomes Scott Silva, along with Tim O'Neill and Frank Wallet. Jim McLean, our executive producer Pete Johnson here, bringing you the game live on a Friday, October 30 of 2015. Short windup on the kick here for Chase Hughes. He kind of punches at it. It squirts by Amigo. He's going to have to, he lets it go out of bounds. Actually, it's going to be a flag. BG's coaches think that Amigo got a piece of it with his hand, which would negate the flag, but I don't think you're going to be able to see a replay of that. So it's going to be a penalty against the kicking team. It could make it more advantageous field position for the Panthers, a better chance to maybe go down and make a score out of this last minute and 20 seconds as they'll spot it at the 35. First and 10 for the Panthers. Sean Holland back out there at quarterback with Miles Johnson, the lone running back. Receivers split to the left and right. Handoff to Johnson. He's up the middle, hit near the line of scrimmage, goes forward for maybe a couple. It'll bring up second down and long. Clock rolls, 1:10 to go, first half. Rolling to his left, Holland looking to pass, under pressure. Gowdy is forced away, and the pass is completed. Tomorrow, first down and a little bit more. Far sideline, well done by Sean Holland. Again, finding check down receiver
Again,
Colin Morrow.
He has been South's best player tonight. 10-yard gain.
50 seconds to go in the half.
And
the
they
clock
could
has stopped.
They could easily score from that much time out. That far out.
They continue the ball management and those high percentage passes. Holland, one step drop, fires it. It is completed to Morrow. This time he's tackled inbounds, wrapped up by Chase Hughes just over the midfield stripe. It'll bring up second down and 6 or 7 yards. Call it 6. Ball at the BG 49. Clock rolling, though, 27 seconds to go. Holland rolling to his right, looking to pass, under pressure from Gowdy, throws it off the hands of Morrow, incomplete. Clock stops with 20 seconds left.
One of the few times tonight, and maybe you'll agree with me, that I think Joe Gowdy has gotten penetration and pressure on Sean Holland.
Yeah, good anticipation by Gowdy of where Holland was headed on that play. It added to the pressure. 3rd and 6 with 20 seconds left to go. Holland's going to start thinking about throwing the ball farther down the field.
Going to have to. They're going to have to probably try to run a pattern near the sideline.
Holland coming to the right, cutting in, slanting in, not well designed for how much time was left.
Not where you want to be.
It was Jason Fox on the reception. Under 10 seconds to go, and they're not going to get another playoff. It looks like the half is going to end before they get another playoff here, unless they call timeout, and they do.
They do, but I don't know if the clock ran out. Let's see if they call it in time. I don't believe maybe they did. Nope, they did not. That's it for the first half.
I'm not convinced.
Oh, maybe you're right. I don't know.
I'm not convinced it's halftime yet.
Oh, the whole Bishop Guertin bench is off the sidelines. The assistant coaches are making their way down.
I thought I saw them indicate time before the clock expired, so I do believe there's a timeout with 2 seconds left in the half. 1.5 seconds left, so that's my story and I'm sticking to it. Half is not yet ended. Well, they put 1 second back up on the clock. It's going to have to be a Hail Mary pass. So it's an empty backfield for Holland, who's got 5 receivers to his left and right. And BG's got rushing 5 guys up front. And one comes unblocked. Holland gets rid of it, and it's incomplete. That was doomed from the start as they didn't have enough people back to block number 54, Ben Beals, who came free unblocked. So that is the end of the first half, 41-7. Bishop Guertin all over South as we go to halftime here on Nashua TV. Come back with us. Second half action still to come.
The New Hampshire Interscholastic Athletic Association presents the Life of an Athlete program.
Hi, I'm Morgan Andrews. I play at the University of Notre Dame, and I believe in the importance of hydration, rest, and nutrition.
I'm Kevin Nolan from Nashua, New Hampshire. I play for the New Hampshire Fisher Cats. I learned right away, you gotta get your rest.
Water is the best thing that you can put in your body. Nutrition is important because you're fueling your body, and your body is what gets you through the day. It's what gets you through a game.
Learn more at loanh.org.
Fans dressed in their Halloween best, please welcome the 2015 Bishop Guertin High School Cardinal Marching Band and their field show, The Music of Queen, featuring We Will Rock You, Bohemian Rhapsody, and Crazy Little Thing Called Love. The band is under the direction of Mr. Brian Stark, and he's assisted by Mrs. Amanda Stark, with percussion instruction by Chief Master Sergeant Dave Long, U.S. Air Force, and drill design by Mr. Ron Fussell. The ensemble is conducted by drum majors Ben Gambuza and Tom Lampugnana, and features a trumpet solo by Junior Nick Cathios. Please welcome the Marching Cardinals. Please give a warm round of applause for the Cardinal Marching Band and for their seniors, who it will also be their last Friday night here at Stellos Stadium. Now, please welcome the Nashua High School South Marching Band and Color Guard. The band is under the direction of drum majors Delaney Carlson and Jillian McGregor, and Color Guard captains Catriona Russell and Ashley Johnson. The percussion instructor is Charles Davis, and the band director for Nashua South is Tony Coronis. At this time, we would like to take a moment to recognize the senior members of the Nashua South Band and Color Guard. As your name is called, please step out and give a wave to your home crowd. Congratulations. Michaela Herrera, Irene Askander, Rebecca Bruby, Amanda Booten, Delaney Carlson, Crystal Chase, Lillian Crawford, Matthew Eakins, Megan Evans, Ryan Hickey, Ashley Johnson, Philip Justfig, Samantha Lowry, Xavier Lund, Kevin Morris, Danielle Nobles, Jacob Nottinger, Spencer Nottinger, Jessica Ricard, Catriona Russell, Sage Scribner, Christopher Samard, and Jared Varga. We are all looking forward to sharing a success year with our seniors in the best of times. Please give a big thank you to your Nashua South Marching Band for entertaining us all season long.
Disasters can happen anywhere at any time. When disaster hits home, your family will depend on you. In a disaster, you are the superhero. Be prepared. Sign up for emergency alerts and visit readynh.gov. Take action. Be safe.
Bishop Guertin to receive first in the third quarter.
Welcome back, everybody. Second half action underway here at Stellos Stadium in Nashua on a Friday night football game, October 30. Welcome all who may have been watching the first half. If not, welcome to the second half. 41-7, Bishop Guertin leading by 34 points over Nashua South. Tom King's got some beyond impressive numbers for Mr. Hisco, the quarterback.
Well, John, how is this for a kid who had his foot propped up with ice on his ankle at the end of last week's game at Goffstown? Jordan Hisco, 12 of 14 for 297 yards and 5 touchdowns.
Couldn't get 300, huh?
Now, he probably will, though, before
That's
this half
amazing.
is over.
And one of the guys he targeted right there in the foreground is Nick Lorden, number 7. That is Sam Raitt, who is the quarterback here. So it's not Hisco to begin, and it's Raitt going to keep it. He's got close to a first down, and he's got it. He's out of bounds, driven out after getting about 13 yards on the play.
And that's a smart move by BG to put Raitt in.
You're up by 5 touchdowns. Yeah, no need to risk any more injury. Sam Raitt doing the signal calling now for the Cardinals. He hands it off to Keenan Dwyer. Dwyer wrapped up just after the line of scrimmage. Panthers trying to come up with an early stop here. Second half action just underway at Stellos Stadium with a sophomore quarterback at the controls now for Bishop Guertin. He's going to fake the handoff and keep it.
Yep.
Put
Nice
it all
fake.
the way into the belly before he took it out and gained about 8.
Should be third and about a yard. Just a long one, just over the 45-yard line. He's at the 46 now. Third, I'm going to call it a short 2 here, but got to basically get it to the 44, and they're at the 46. And Raid's going to do it.
And he's going to hold on to it. He's following a block. He's got the first down as he's
in
wrapped
fact,
up.
John, I think he hesitated. I think if he had kept going in stride, he might have cut through that hole and gotten more yards than that.
First and 10 moves the chains. That's at the 40 now. First and 10 for the Cardinals.
Sean Holland, by the way, for Nashua, up, jumping off sides of the Panthers. Are they going to call it? He jumped right into the neutral zone. No flag.
It's one of those strange
That
pauses
was
in the middle
very
of the play
strange.
to reset the play call.
Exactly.
Mouthpiece comes loose from Raitt. He hands it off to Dwyer, who spins off of the right.
It's a nice
end.
run by Dwyer. He was hemmed in.
Yeah. Gains a big chunk on first down. Gain of 7. It's going to be 2nd and 3. So Sam Raitt picking up where quarterback Jordan Hisco left off. Put 41 points up on the board in the first half.
Oh, dropped it.
Raitt juggles the shotgun, makes something out of it though as he gets close to a first down.
Sometimes when you juggle something like that, the defense freezes, and it helps you in a way. That time, Raitt broke into the secondary, but nowhere to go. Good containment by Nashua South, and it's going to be third and about a yard. What I don't like about these 3rd and 1 plays with BG is they start them from 6 yards deep in the backfield.
Yeah, with the shotgun.
Yeah,
right?
you got to run 10 yards to get 1, and I don't like the shotgun in these situations.
3-step drop, flushed out of the pocket. Raitt running left, has it.
If
Stiff
there's
arms a tackler.
that's his. He can throw. Doesn't quite have the arm that Hisco does, but that's what Rate can do that Hisco really doesn't do as well. Run. Hisco's mobile enough, but Rate is a better runner. He accelerates better than Hisco does.
Jordan Hisco threw for 297 yards in the first half.
Now, it looked like Rate ran about 20 yards on that play. That's because he was so deep back. It was only an 8-yard gain.
Probably did run 20 yards.
It was only an 8-yard gain.
Up the middle, Keenan Dwyer spinning around off of 2 or 3 would-be tacklers.
Now, you'd like to think that this is the back of the future, but really not, because Dwyer's also a senior.
Back of the future. I like it.
You don't miss a thing,
No
do you,
DeLoreans
Collins?
involved, huh?
Right.
2 yards to go here for a first down, and it's going to be a handoff to Dwyer, wrapped up short of the first down.
Yeah, he only gets inside the 15, so.
Of course, South will need to come up with 2 more stops like that to seize possession of the football for the first time here in the second half. They received the ball to begin the first half, and so it's BG trying to return the favor and get down and score, open the second half. Keeper, Rate, running left, has plenty of space, and he's into the end zone untouched.
And that means one thing.
Running time.
Yes.
Sophomore quarterback Sam Rate with here's a replay of it, and nobody really came close to him.
Look at him. He accelerates to the outside very well. He picks his spot, sees there's nothing inside, and goes to the outside. No one there. South can't contain. And Guertin now is rolling up 47-7, and now the extra point attempt by Chase Hughes.
He's missed just once tonight. He makes this one. 48-7 is the score. We have played just 4 minutes and 6 seconds into the second half. Running time will come in handy here, as this is now a one-sided affair. 41-point lead, as you see, for Bishop Guertin. It is the education station, Tom, so I will take this time to educate people to the fact that this would have been President John Adams' 280th birthday today. Think he'd be thrilled that there's a beer named after him, John Adams. It's Sam Adams. Actually, Sam Adams, isn't it? Yes, that's how they got around that. But I do recommend, if you're a student of history or if you just like to read, David McCullough, the award-winning, Pulitzer Prize National Book Award-winning historian, wrote a great book about John Adams. They actually turned it into a mini-series, I think, with Giamatti was starring as John Adams in that. Great mini-series as well as a book. And if you read some of the quotes by John Adams, he could have been a good football coach, a motivator at halftime. There's a running return by Derek Downing, and he's going to be downed inside the 15. Once he corralled it, turned into a good kick coverage play by Bishop Guertin. Not that they desperately needed it. John Adams, we cannot ensure success, but we can deserve it. And that's kind of like you could apply that to football.
I deserve success all the time.
Because of your hard work.
But right? I have no way of ensuring it. None.
Exactly.
None.
Yes. See, this could be Patriots type of quotes. And he was the great Patriot, John Adams. I got more where that came from. A quick hitter, and it's off the fingertips of Osgood on the slant in. Kind of led him a little bit too much. You got a great angle on it from the Nashua ETV camera view there. And just led Osgood a little bit too much. That's going to bring up second down and 10. The source of our suffering has been our timidity. There's a football quote for you from John Adams. Of course, he was talking about the Revolutionary War times and standing up to Great Britain.
You keep up much of this history stuff, and the source of my suffering may be you.
Oh, it's going to be. It's going to be. You got your running time, but you still got to deal with me.
That's true.
For the next 2 quarters. In a 48-7 game. I'm dipping into the David McCullough and John Adams.
I couldn't
Bring
resist.
it on, man. It's all right.
I couldn't resist.
All right. Keep me alive here before I turn into the skeleton, the Michael Jackson skeleton of Thriller here in the last quarter of a 41-point game. Stepping back, firing, and it's incomplete. As Holland's pass is errant, so they'll go to the punting formation. All right. This sounds like Bill Belichick, but it's actually John Adams talking. I have always been dissatisfied. I know that. But lately I find that I reek of discontentment. It fills my throat. It fills my brain. And sometimes I fear there is no longer a dream, but only the discontentment. That is cheerful, huh? John Adams?
You're really depressing me.
Oh,
John.
man. Well, he had no Netflix. What do you want from him? It was 280 years ago. He couldn't watch Nashua TV, couldn't watch cable. Ball rolling inside the 40. And it's going to be first down and 10 for Bishop Guertin. There's this elderly guy that does this Tai Chi routine in Best Fitness. I see him every night. And I saw my son the other night. And for some reason, I just thought of that commercial where they go, you know, your cable bill keeps going up, get DirecTV.
Mm-hmm.
You get blindsided by hits, you know, from the cable. I said to my son, I said, go hit that guy and tell him his cable bill went up. And he's like, yeah, I'll go right to jail as he goes to the hospital. But I digress. Here's a Bishop Guertin return. It's Keenan Dwyer, who's looking a lot like Jackson Hausman right now. He gets corralled. He tried to stay in bounds, but there's no need. I think they're going to keep the running time even if you went out of bounds. Keenan.
Oh, yeah, they will. Yep.
Yeah, and they do. So he gets a big chunk. Like I said earlier in the game, it looks like BG gaining a city block on each play on offense.
27 yards in the run by Dwyer.
Ball on the right hash mark. And the handoff to Dwyer, going to get another carry, going to the left side this time, another big chunk, and gain of about 8 or 9.
Remember, this is a young Nashua South defense. There's not a lot of experience on it, so they can only learn from this year and get better.
Yes.
And they'll have almost a month without a game until Thanksgiving.
Wow.
That's a long time.
That is a long time.
With the 9-game schedule, that creates, if you don't make the playoffs, that creates a lot.
You'll wreak havoc with your rhythm. Handoff, Dwyer finds a seam and gets a first down.
Yeah, Dwyer did a nice job, kind of hesitated, then put his head down and went right through the hole and said, okay, here we go, let's see what happens. And he bursts through and gets the first down, as John said, down to the 23.
Hey, look at the World Series. The Mets had that big layoff, and they're down 2-0 and down 1-0 early in the game at
Tonight,
Citi Field.
At Citi Field, and the layoff has not been kind to teams in the past.
Dwyer trying to turn the right end. He does. Stiff arm inside the 10, and Dwyer still on his feet before he's driven out near the 5.
Down the 6, yeah, right near the 5. I thought right there, if Dwyer had cut just slightly, right, see right there, if he had cut up to the left, show it right there. All right, now here he comes.
This is Tom
right across the
back.
15. Watch, if he had just cut to the side, he might have had a touchdown, but a teammate got in the way, and Dwyer had to keep it to the outside.
And a touchdown up the middle, nearly untouched.
Is that Hisco? I think that is Hisco.
Hisco got a carry. Hisco back in the game to carry the ball up the middle. Where's Jordan Hisco? Look at those gold shoes.
I know. I told you. I called them the ruby slippers at the start of the game.
Not quite ruby. They look like they're from
no,
the Wizard
of
Oz or something.
But they do. Those are remember the ruby slippers? I know. They're not ruby, but still.
Yes. The yellow brick road slippers. Off the upright and
went
good.
Over. Yep.
Wow. Looks like a Boston Bruins shot off the post.
Now, see, this is where
Bruins are leading 1-0.
This is where I think the running time rule should be adjusted. I think that they should continue their running time after a score. They stop the clock after a score. In hockey, they don't stop after a score. They keep the running time going.
True.
At penalties, they keep the running time going.
With running time, we're at 2:36 to go in the third quarter. The clock is stopped momentarily after the score by Bishop Guertin. That makes it 55-7 here at Stellos. And the Panthers trying to score at least one more time in this game here in the second half for pride. Exeter and Pinkerton, which some call the game of the night in New Hampshire Division I. 6-0. Exeter was up in the first quarter. That one just an early score that we had. The Blue Hawks were leading Pinkerton. Pinkerton doesn't win, Tom.
They may be out if they don't win.
No playoffs for the first time since 2002, somebody said?
That would be amazing, yep.
That's a long time the Astros haven't been in the New Hampshire Division I boys football playoffs. Perennial champion Pinkerton Astros. In danger of missing the playoffs. Chase Hughes with that two-step kick he does. It doesn't wind up whatsoever. The bouncer is fielded by Amigo. He's pulled down by the football, nearly lost it. Gowdy's going to actually run back up the field with him like he's the Heisman Trophy running downfield with him.
See, Guertin's numbers are low, John, so some of their regulars have to stay in the game.
That's it. You're right.
They
don't have a lot of personnel.
No, they don't. And that's
tribute to the guys they do have.
That's something that obviously Jeff Moore is holding his breath on every time.
Yeah. Another score that we had at halftime, the Broncos of Alvern were leading Concord 14-9 up at Concord. That would be a huge win to end the regular season for the Broncos. A dart over the middle is incomplete. Tom was mentioning that still up in the air whether Tim Walsh will come back as the coach of
I don't
Alvern.
think it's up in the air. I mean, he's the coach. But
he has to make a decision.
Every year they make a decision, and Alvern needs someone to get 4 or 5 years of continuity on the job.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
Right, and it's been a rough season.
Right. So you always wonder.
His son goes to Pinkerton, by the way, I think.
Yes,
so
he does.
it
You always
might be
wonder. You always
Yeah.
wonder in a situation like that what
Right.
a coach wants to do.
Right. Deep drop, thrown over the middle, and it is completed.
No,
he
he dropped
bobbled it. Did he make a football move? No, it was
No.
incomplete. The official ruled never had it.
That'd be
Well
interesting to
thrown
take a look.
pass.
That would be interesting to take a look at, to see if he did make a move before he caught the ball.
He was bobbling it on the way to the ground. Tom Play and director here calling for the replay. We do have that capability now on Nashua TV. It's very exciting. We'll be using it again in the playoffs and again on the Turkey Bowl, so look forward to that. Sean Holland. 3 receivers right, 2 to the left, empty backfield. A two-step drop, gonna throw it over the middle and hits a
And
couple
he
of
is
helmets.
a target, and he got popped by Gowdy.
Right back to his feet is Holland, sophomore quarterback, getting loads of valuable experience.
There's Scott Knight, the head coach, right there at the bottom of your screen. Not happy with what he sees tonight.
Can't
obviously.
be. Right. So a punting situation. John Ciampa back to punt, standing at his own 20 for the Panthers. Running time taking us under 10 seconds
see
now.
if he gets the punt off.
5 seconds. Looks like they're not going to. So they will punt from the other direction momentarily as the clock stops. They'll switch sides, and we go to the fourth quarter of play with the score: Bishop Guertin 55 and South 7. One more John Adams quote, Tom King. This could also be twisted to be a football quote. Let no girl, no gun, no cards, no flutes. These are all occupations back 280 years ago that occupied young men's minds. Let no girl, no gun, no cards, no flutes, no violins, no dress, no tobacco, no laziness decoy you from your playbooks. Or he just actually said books. But people,
And this I care why?
because people used to read more back then. That's directly impacts you. You know, people are all.
John, we're doing a TV program. We don't want people to pick up a book now while we're doing
I'm talking
this
about
game.
your full-time job. Man.
Oh.
You know, I'm talking about your livelihood there.
Well, they read. They just read
Yeah, yeah.
online. You know? It's-
They read Twitter. They read your tweets. It's all, it used to be books. A punt downfield, a fair catch.
Gotta
ball
have the
forward at
room.
the
They had to
38.
back off.
Yeah, I love to be
for
in the
Rod.
TV medium. It's great. But if you really seek knowledge, it's still at your local library.
That's true.
I just finished The Rocket Who Fell to Earth, a book I had started before I batted against Roger Clemens. And
You got to read the biography by Billy Martin.
It's classic. I have it, and I'm reading it.
It's classic.
He
He gets better once he becomes a manager. His playing
The forward
stuff
was gripping. The very
Right.
first page.
right.
You know?
No, it's a great book. See,
Actually-
I read. See?
Oh, you did?
See?
Yeah, you did. The Billy Martin biography.
Don't be surprised if South uses a different quarterback when they come back to play.
That is Raitt back in at quarterback for Bishop Guertin. And he's going to hand this ball off. Chase Hughes eludes some tacklers, stiff arms a player, and he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. Clock will continue to roll under.
Hughes getting a rare carry.
Yeah, they're distributing the wealth now. As Tom mentioned, they don't have enough people to just mass substitute on Bishop Guertin, so a lot of upperclassmen are still figuring prominently in the offense, and they're kind of doing that thing where Sports Illustrated asked, like Russell Wilson, what would you play if you weren't a quarterback? What did he say? I think he said receiver.
Probably with the speed
Yeah.
he's got. Yeah, I would imagine so.
Some offensive linemen wanted to be a punter, and they went all through the ranks.
10:25 to play. It's a 55-7 game, and maybe
Raitt
more.
is gone. Raitt's in a foot race, and he's going to win it. 5 touchdowns. Sam Raitt, quarterback, sophomore, backup, goes 45 yards for a touchdown. And up over the 60-point plateau now are the Cardinals at 61-7. There you see the foot race, instant replay.
Raitt accelerates very well in the open field, as you saw right there.
Wow, they're going to have him for another 2 years at quarterback.
He will be a running quarterback next year. That's going to be the basis of their offenses. And of course, teams will be keyed up to try to stop him because of that.
You know, speaking of Twitter, I did happen to stumble across. Let me throw this by you before the game ends here. Chase Hughes extra point, misses to the left, and it's going to remain 61-7. Goffstown tweet said something about BG accusing Goffstown of playing dirty last week.
They weren't
Trash
happy.
talking.
Yeah, they weren't happy with a few things at that game.
Is that true?
I didn't think. I didn't think there was anything dirty about.
Of course, the Goffstown fans are saying it's just sour grapes because they couldn't beat them.
I think one of the things that bothered them were the coaches are set up right next to speakers that are on the outside. It's almost like a porch. And there's a speaker right there.
So Bishop Guertin
coaches
coaches at disadvantage.
Could not communicate. Yes.
Ooh, Patriot-esque.
I know, isn't
Talk
it?
about
I
the
know.
communication system.
It's good. It's good stuff. What was even funnier was that when Guertin was alone on the field before the game, maybe 45 minutes to a half hour before the game, Goffstown had gone in.
Yeah.
As soon as Goffstown's kids went in, the music changed from the Metallica fight, the Dan Campbell type stuff that you'd heard from Miami all week long. The music changed to they played Lionel Richie and Barbra Streisand's Endless Love and everything else while Guertin's warming up to try to get them kind of calm and lull them to sleep a little bit. I thought it was a riot. I was dying. I thought it was
diabolical.
I thought it was absolutely classic stuff.
Man, trying to just get him to relax, huh?
Jeff Moore was not happy, but again, people have complained about Moore and Guertin running up to score.
Lay, lady, lay across my big brass bed.
No, we didn't get that far. It's the Education Channel, John.
That's right.
Come on, we're not on the phone here.
It's 61-7, Tom. I'm sorry.
I know.
Trick or treat.
And just as I said, new quarterback for South. It's number 10, Joseph Bernard.
Yeah, trick or treat, don't get beat by 54 points if you want me to
Well,
not digress.
That's exactly it. That's where the running time.
Oh, man.
That's where the running time will come in.
Can't run fast enough. 9:20 to go here on Nashua ETV. Bishop Guertin asserting their dominance on the night before Halloween. Happy Halloween, everybody. Stay safe. Stay warm. Stay hungry. Don't eat all that candy. Rolling out to the right. Looking to pass, and it's incomplete, almost an interception. On the rollout, as Tom mentioned, Joe Bernard, the new quarterback into the game for South, is a junior. And there you see the young man that nearly picked it off, Zachary Wallet, who spells it W-A-L-L-A-T. But the wallet came up empty that time on a near interception near sideline.
Still amazed that Hisco and Fagan are in this game. They're played in this game. Not that they're in now, but played in this game. And done what they've done. Fagan with a TD reception. Hisco with 5 touchdowns, passes and a rushing touchdown.
And running it out of bounds, Bernard needs to get to the 43 for a first down. The ball will be spotted at the 37 or 38. So it's going to be 4th and 5, and it looks like Panthers will go for it. Possible passing down here for the second unit offense of the Panthers. Let's see what they can generate. Now they're going to punt it. Ciampa's out there standing at his 25. They're playing it straight. Down 61-7. 7:40 to go in running time here on Nashua ETV, fourth quarter.
Oh, he caught it. I'm surprised.
Yeah.
We'll let him step away from it. Shafian Rod. Dangerous spot for him, too, to be out there in that. With purple jerseys, you know, ready to go for your head anytime.
Hey, so Tom, you're talking about, you know, the young generation and people are more visual these days. How many people do you think know who Charles Atlas is still among the, like, you know, high school generation out there now? You think Charles Atlas?
Who?
You don't know him? Really? Yeah, you know who it is. The guy.
Zero.
Really?
Zero.
No kidding. Charles Atlas was a famous fitness guru in the early 1900s.
Zero.
Zero, wow. Born Angelo Siciliano, and guess which country?
Yeah.
Italy.
England.
In 1892. He had a famous advertisement, and they were found in comic books, where the bully kicked sand in his face on the beach, and then he goes and actually he did dynamic tension. It was all not weights. It was what do you call?
You're causing a lot of
calisthenics.
You're causing a lot of dynamic tension in this booth right now.
It's education station.
Got some
Pinkerton
updates?
13-12. The final. Pinkerton earns the #1 seed.
By a point over Exeter.
It doesn't get any closer than that.
No, it doesn't.
Wow.
Here's a burst.
Pete Johnson tells us that score that gave him the 13-12 lead came with 30 seconds to go. Wow.
Second week in a row that Exeter loses a game in the final minute.
That game did not disappoint as the game of the week, huh?
Exeter, which started off undefeated, loses 2 games by a total of 3 points. Actually, by a total of 2 points.
Ruh-roh, Rastros.
And
nice win.
That's tough for Exeter.
Yeah, that is, huh?
But they'll still win their conference.
In Exeter, right?
They'll still win their conference and I believe be the #1 seed in that cluster.
Number 28 carrying the football is Justin Porter, a sophomore.
There's your back of the future right there. Porter will get a lot of carries next year as a junior.
Justin Porter, who was 5'8", 185. By the way, Charles Atlas was 5'10", 180. And that constituted being
I used to be
the best built man.
I used to be
back
5'10", 180.
You did.
Actually,
huh?
I've shrunk. I was used to be almost 6 feet. I've shrunk to 5'10". Can you believe that? That happens at our
2
age.
inches, really?
That happens. Yep, almost 2 inches. I'd say about 1 3/4 inches.
That stinks.
Doesn't it? I know.
Yeah.
I got to change it on my driver's license next time.
So you're the same height as Edelman now?
I'm about 5. No, Edelman's.
It says he's 5'10".
Yeah, Edelman's not 5'10".
And he's 5'10", 200?
He's not.
He's not even 5'10"?
I'm taller than him.
No kidding, still? Even with your shrinkage?
Yes.
Do the young people know about shrinkage in Seinfeld, at least?
I doubt it.
All right, we'll get away from that quickly.
That's,
420.
Yeah, John, you're really getting dangerous. BG's third quarterback of the night here. This is Bishop Guertin's third quarterback, number 12, and that's Michael Alanak. 4:07 left. Can John Collins get himself fired from his job in that time? We may see that.
It's the education station, and I seek knowledge. What can I say?
Right.
Of all kinds.
No, you're not seeking the knowledge. You're trying to give it to them.
That's true. Yeah.
3:49 to play.
Quarterback Michael Alanak, junior, number 12.
Yeah, Guertin can't take a knee, but at least they're not throwing the ball. So.
And a hit in the backfield. Parker Feltham, the senior. Feltham coming through. Devin Linscott.
Another sign Feltham from across the hall.
Yeah, I forgot about that one. Good one.
Name of the character was Feldman. 3:23 to go. in John Collins' Nashua ETV career.
Well, are you sure the guy that Michael Richards played was?
No, John. That was the
Fumble.
Looks like
Still loose, and BG's going to corral it.
Yeah, they got it. No, that was the character in the Bizarro.
Bizarro World.
Right.
Connor Perot making the recovery for Bishop Guertin, number 52. Under 3 minutes to go now. A 61-7 lead for Bishop Guertin here. As the regular season is winding to a close, BG will advance as the number 1 seed in the playoffs, and their opponent to be determined? Or do they know what?
I think it's going to be Bedford, most likely.
Wow, okay.
Based on the results, the projected results.
Where will the game be played?
It'll be played right here at Stellos.
Handoff, it's up the middle.
Guertin, as conference champion, should have the home field.
Okay.
All right, Goffstown will probably get Nashua North if North can beat Keene tomorrow. I believe North still has the tiebreakers over Central and Concord. They should be able to get in. Their win last week over Memorial was big, even though it was a one-sided 40-12 game. It was one that they had to have. There you see your score. There you see your time at the bottom of your screen. 61-7 with 1:58 to play.
And no 2-minute warning as we tick on past. Panthers with possession. 1st and 10. And the handoff. Coming around the right side with it is John Ciampa, also the punter for the Panthers. And he's hit by Michael Alanak, who is just quarterbacking BG's offense, now playing defensive back. 1:20 to go in the game. Panthers back up to the line of scrimmage. Joe Bernard, the quarterback, with Brett Shaughnessy in motion, and a false start here. And that's going to march off 5 yards.
And see, they shouldn't stop the clock.
Oh, yeah, they just did. 1:10 to go.
Penalty.
No, I saw Fred Friendly was 100 years old today. I thought he was the founder of Friendly's Ice Cream, but it's not him. He's the CBS producer. The founder of Friendly's Ice Cream, Curtis and Presley Blake.
And there's still Friendly's in the area.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. After
Love
all those,
Friendly's Ice Cream.
all those closures, I grew up with that stuff.
Oh, yeah. There's actually 380 Friendly's spread across the eastern seaboard.
Well, there were a lot closed down in New
There
England.
were, yeah.
Final minute of play, John Collins. I will head down.
Yes. Regular season's in the books.
Regular season is in the books. We will talk again in the playoffs.
That's Tom King. 30 seconds to go. 61-7. As you see the score, BG wrapping up a very successful regular season. They will finish at 6-3. North has a chance to be 6-3 if they can beat Keene tomorrow, but they lost to BG head-to-head, so BG does have the top seed in the West Conference here in New Hampshire Boys Division I. And that will be it. The last play of the game here on Nashua ETV on October 30, 2015. The final score, Bishop Guertin 61 and South 7. For Tom King, I'm John Collins, thanking our crew. It's Tim O'Neill, Jim McLean, Frank Wallen, our new videographer Scott Silva, and our executive producer Pete Johnson. An excellent job tonight. 61-7. BG defeats South in the regular season finale. We'll say happy Halloween and good night from Holman Stadium, Stellos Stadium, everybody. Stellos.